I'm here in Cyprus with Liam Mackey from the Irish Examiner, and like Group 8, I'm hotting up at the moment. But with Bulgaria playing Montenegro tomorrow night as well, what are the Bulgarian press saying at the moment?
The Bulgarian press essentially speak with one voice on this, and the basic gist of it, as you might expect, is they must win this game. Mind you, they've been saying that pretty much since they started the group so badly, and they were saying the same thing before Ireland played them in Sofia. But clearly, if they're going to have any hope at all of catching Ireland in the second place race, they're all saying they must win against Montenegro.
Is the pressure going on the big players then?
Yeah, it's on the big players and indeed on the manager, Stanimir Stoilov, and he echoes what the papers are saying, and the papers echo what he's saying. He says it's one we should win on paper. He says it's a game we can win and we must win, otherwise Italy will be just an unpleasant journey. So it's one of these games where Montenegro, they know, is crucial because they have to get the 3 points, but at the same time, while they've one eye on that, they've one eye on the match coming up next Wednesday, which is a massive game if they get the result against Montenegro. And of course that's the match away in Italy, in Turin. There's an interesting twist in the build-up to tomorrow night's game in the Vasilevsky, or I should say the game that should be in the Vasilevsky. It appears now that venue is in doubt for a most unusual reason. 7 Days Sport, Sofia-based newspaper, reports the condition of the National Stadium is a cause for alarm. There's virtually no grass on the surface after Madonna's concert there last Saturday, and this seems to be quite a serious problem. There's even a speculation that they might have to move it to another stadium in Sofia, and according to 7 Days Sport, they'll make that decision when they train there tonight and see how the surface holds up.
So the chance of the match being played at the moment is borderline at best.
Yes, unless the pitch is back. The other big issue for people who are more interested in football than bad puns is who will score the goals for Bulgaria. It's actually a question in one of the Bulgarian newspapers, in Demasport, literally that, who will score the goals. And the concern is that the big name players, and Bulgaria obviously have on paper world-class strikers, and the players Ireland were very concerned about when we played them. The big concern is that the goals have dried up for them, and Demasport gives a couple of statistics. Dimitar Berbatov has not scored in 559 minutes, Martin Petrov has not scored in 601 minutes. So they're very concerned, and they contrasted with years gone by when Bulgaria had a huge choice. Well, they still have a good choice in terms of players, but the problem is, in the past they mention how Markov was able to play 5 forwards in one game against, admittedly, Andorra, who would be a bit like shooting fish in a barrel. So they have the big names, but the goals aren't there. So that's a huge concern going into tomorrow night's match in Montenegro, and even more so, obviously, against Italy in Turin.
Well, John O'Shea did say he had a word with Berbatov about scoring, but I think that was against Italy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the Bulgarians are as I said, concerned, obviously, about this immediate game because it's must win. But looking further ahead, and indeed beyond next Wednesday's huge match in Turin, and these obviously are 2 games which Ireland are going to be looking at very, very closely, because any trip up in those games for either Italy or Bulgaria can only be good for Ireland. And Demasport is posing the big long-term question, which is essentially, will Stanimir Stoilov, the Bulgarian manager, keep his job if they don't secure qualification? And the irony in this, obviously, is that he only got the job early in the campaign because they'd already ditched Plamen Markov because Bulgaria had a disastrous start. So Demasport correspondent Jelu Stankov says he's actually suggesting, perhaps a tad controversially, that Bulgaria might as well already give up on qualification for the World Cup and start looking to Euro 2012. And he makes the point that a win against Montenegro, he says, will provoke hysteria. But it won't really matter, because there will still be no belief that Bulgaria can win in Italy. So the concern is that they just can't catch up on Ireland. And then he poses that question that all managers fear: will it be the exit door for Stanimir Stoilov if it all continues to go pear-shaped for the Bulgarians? As he says at the end of his piece in Demasport, the question is, if we don't get to South Africa, what happens next?
Oh, real football fans, naturally pessimistic. Well, thanks very much, Liam, and thanks a million for learning Bulgarian for us just for this piece.